Hello everyone, it's me again, Nancy Finch, doing tea with Nan. I've got a nice hot cup of tea here. You can see the steam coming from it. And this time I've got Strong Women Need Strong Drinks, a nice big cup that someone gave me. Really nice. And I love big cups of tea in the morning. It's lovely. Well, actually it's the afternoon now, isn't it? So I hope some of you are around and not off playing or walking somewhere, which is lovely, but I'm just hoping that some of you will join me on here. There's 2 people watching already. Hiya, happy Christmas. And oh, it's been a lovely time for a lot of us, and some people haven't had a good time, of course, but we're there to support each other, and that's what this is all about. So I thought I had to come on here today to talk to you about self-care. So Julie, hello. Yes, I'm very well, thank you. Really happy. Went for a long walk yesterday. My legs are aching. No, I'm not fit. I'll have to get out more, I think. So I hope you're okay. Did you have a good Christmas as well? I hope so. It's what we want to make of it half the time, isn't it? I mean, we sort of reflect upon everything that we've had and we compare it with former Christmases. Hi Faye, lovely to see you. Oh, it's nice to see your face on here. Hope you've had a nice time as well. You never know what you're going to get every Christmas, do you? But I mean, you can just intend to be in a positive place and hopefully everything will just fall into place. Well, you know, it has done for a lot of people, and there's lots of gifts and things not working out as well. So if you found yourself in a place you didn't want to be at Christmas, that's okay too. There's lots of gifts in that. And if you struggle with that at all, just contact me and I can show you how to find the right approach and the right tools to fix that feeling for you, okay? Anyway, today's about self-care. And after Christmas, I mean, they've all been doing so much work before. It's been a big build up and everyone's had lots of things to do and family events. And you find yourself thinking, oh, the batteries are gone, they're down. And you need to kind of think about what makes you happy, what makes you okay, what keeps you going. And so I've written a quick list of things, and I thought this was a good opportunity just after Christmas, because people they don't realise how tired they've been getting on the lead up to Christmas, and then we've still got New Year to come yet. So basically it's about taking care of you like you were taking care of a best friend or an inner child. And it's really good to be aware of it. Otherwise, we carry on at the same speed and wonder why we're absolutely exhausted. So we've got to learn to just stop and think, okay, what self-care can I give myself? Now, a lot of people on here, hi Kip, a lot of people on here already do a very good job of that. They're aware of themselves, they're aware of what they don't want to do, and they don't compromise that. Oh, Faye, I thought you might be, because you do so much for everybody. You're so lovely. And people do feel wiped out. It's like when everything's all gone quiet after Christmas, Boxing Day, and then everyone just sits still and thinks, oh. So we've got to learn to just be a little bit more, bring ourselves back into our present moment of self, okay? So I've written a little list. And the first thing I'm going to think about talking about with you is about being self-aware. What do you need? So, okay, if you were to ask yourself, perhaps have a nice cup of tea after this and think, and just have a meeting with yourself. What makes me happy? How am I feeling? Oh, hi, is that Nicoletta? I can't say. Oh, yes, it is Nicoletta. Oh, yes, very tired. Oh, well, this is a really good timing for you then, isn't it? Because if you could do one of these 7 things I'm going to give you, or more, do them all, write them down or think about it. If you could do one of these, that is going to give you more energy, okay? Definitely give you more energy. And there's lots of different varieties of things to do today. So we've got 7 main points I'm going to make, but there's also my Nan Talks I'm going to link it to. So if you want to go to my website, www.nancyfinch.co.uk, you can pick up any of my Nan Talks, and you can go on YouTube for that as well. So the Nan Talks I'm going to suggest to you, there's 13 of them, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But those are the ones that you can catch up on and use, as well as the list I've got for you to play with today. So be aware of what you need. What do you need? What don't you need? Do you need to be still? Do you need to have company? What do you need for your own nurturing, for you, okay? And have a little think about that, because we don't always think about ourselves. And that's a nice thing to think about other people. But to get the balance right, you have to think about you as well. So have a think about it. So what makes you happy? And if you made a list of it, if you made a list, a short list of what makes you happy, or a long list, whichever you want, and think, I can do one of those things for me. Or maybe I'll focus on having one of those things. Or maybe I'll promise myself I'll have one of those things. I mean, one of the things that makes me happy, and I haven't done for a long time, is read a book. Never get time to read books. But someone bought me a really good book. And when I looked at it, I thought, I'm going to make time because that makes me happy. And even if it's only a small amount of time, it's still giving myself nurturing. It's still giving myself time off from other things, which will help charge your batteries. So for me, that was definitely reading this book, or starting to read this book. And it was kind of exciting to think, well, yeah, I'm actually doing something more for little Nan, because little Nan loves reading. So I used to read loads of books. But what makes you happy? It could be going for a walk. It could be ringing a friend. It could be anything. It could be anything. You think about what makes you happy, and if you could do at least one of them today, you'll naturally be nurturing yourself, and your inner child will be happy, or happier. So self-aware, what do you need? Make a list. If you can make that list and just keep it by you, and if you can't do all of it today, maybe plan to do something tomorrow with that, or plan for the future, maybe next year. I'm going to do that next year, because that gives you hope. It gives you inspiration. Oh, thank you for the heart. That's Vanda. That's lovely. Thank you very much. I love you all too. It's very nice to be here with you. I really look forward to connecting to you every week. And it's just lovely to be here and share this with your friends and family, because if I can inspire them or support them in any way, that makes my day. Okay, it's really good. Erin, that's nice to see you. I see your name pop up. I hope you've all had a good Christmas. It's complicated Christmas, isn't it? Because you build it right up in your mind, if some of us do, and then we kind of hope it's all going to match up. And sometimes it doesn't, or sometimes we overanalyze it. Naomi, hi, lovely to see you too. Thank you for joining us. I hope you've got your cup of tea. And Erin, thank you, Erin, for joining us. Nice cup of tea, nice half an hour or 20 minutes or whenever we've got to spare, and just to be with each other. And to feel that you're not alone when you're calming down after Christmas, okay? So these are a few ideas I've written out here for us. So obviously be aware to begin with of yourself. It is okay. You're not being selfish if you look after yourself. If you look after you, you've got more to give to other people, right? So if you could just bring every attention that you're giving out here back into yourself. What do I want? What makes me happy? Okay? And if I do have a list of things, I think, okay, I might have that one today, and I haven't got time today to do that one, but I'll do it tomorrow or whatever. And you've got something to look forward to. Everybody needs that. So it's really good. And of course, getting back to Nan Talks, that's next on the list. There are 13 of my Nan Talks that would help support you to nurture you, to give you a feeling of self-care, okay? I've got talks for all areas of the body, as you know, and I'm going to keep putting this up. But nurturing and self-care is the orange and the green, mostly. Okay, it's giving yourself love. It's giving yourself attention and understanding and value, self-value and self-worth. You know, all of those feelings happen. When you start to feed yourself those feelings, these two areas kind of open and the chakra main energy can flow, which keeps or helps to keep things well in that area. So the more you give yourself, the better you'll feel in those two areas, okay? So I've counted on here. I've got 13 in total that you could go to the website to have a look at, or YouTube. And I've looked at them. There's 5 orange areas. So you can go to 5 talks because they're all colour-coded. So 5 affect this area so far. I've got loads more talks to do. But for now, 5 is going to help this area to open, okay, on the orange area. So you can choose from any of those Nan Talks, and that will help to give you a feeling of self-nurturing, okay, and that's going to help boost your batteries and calm your hormones down and make your immune system better, etc. So that's the orange. And the green area, which is definitely the immune system, this is mostly the immune system here. Basically 8 of those I've got, so you can choose from any of those and go, yeah, I feel better. And you might just feel you need to stretch time or take the pressure off. All of those things will help you. They're all about half an hour long, or 20 minutes. You can actually have a look. Thanks for the heart. You can have a look at any of those and you think, yeah, that one suits me today, because the choice is yours. All these talks are coming from the book, The Choice is Mine, that I'm presently writing still, but I'll get there. But in the meantime, all of the things I'm giving you, when I get feedback from you, is when I get a chance to actually evaluate what works best for people. So it's helping to write the book. So thank you guys. Every time you practice and play with some of these tools, you feedback, and then I get to know how it works on you. Because I can guess how it's going to work on you. And I've seen it with all my clients, but it's nice to have a bigger picture of it all. So we've got Nan Talks. So please have a look at those. Any of the orange and the green, really good for you. As I say, you'll find those on my website. So, right, what we got next? Oh, we've got, yes, more sleep. Hi, Simon. Nice that you're watching. Thank you. It's lovely to have you join us. I hope you've got your cuppa. We're talking about self-care if you've just joined us. And so basically, the next thing I've got on my list, and you can always rewind this if you've missed it, Simon. So, yeah, more sleep. How much sleep do you get? I mean, it might be disturbed sleep. Okay, some of us can't always, change that if you've got children and you've got other situations. But what you can do is you can think, okay, I'm going to give myself a nap here. Or, I mean, how many of you really go, have a little 5-minute nap or 10-minute nap? We think we're indulging when we do that. Thank you, guys. Oh, it's so nice to see those pop up there. Lots of love to you too. So how many of us treat ourselves to a little nap? We think, we shouldn't do that. We've got that job to do, or that over there to do. Hi, Hannah. It's lovely to see you. Oh, I haven't seen you for ages. I hope you're okay. So what we're talking about here is just giving ourselves a little bit of time just to turn off. It's a bit like meditating. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But it's kind of just giving yourself a catch up. Your body then goes, oh, okay. Your central nervous system relaxes. And just 10 minutes will do if you need to nap in the day. Why not? I used to do it all the time, actually, when I had children and were growing up, and I'd think, I'm going to catch 10 minutes here or there. I always saw things better, differently when I came out of that, because my mind would be still for a bit. Well, I wouldn't be thinking about stuff. And my body would go, oh, that's good, that feels good. A little break from the chaos or the speed in which we run all the way through our day. So, and even if we're not that active, a little sleep kind of resets you a little bit, Or just make sure if you can go to bed half an hour earlier or an hour earlier than you normally would. I, as many of you know on here, I'm quite a late bird, really. I do like going to bed quite late, or used to. And I've decided because of that, and I know it's good for your microbiomes, it's good for your digestion, it's good for your whole body to work better if you can get a little bit more sleep, okay? It's good for your immune system as well. So without going into detail, I decided, all the research I've done, I've decided I was going to not go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock like I usually do, and to bring it forward just a little bit. So I brought it forward to about about 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock, and I'm gradually moving it half an hour. So on average now, I think I've gone to bed 2 hours earlier than I would normally have done years ago, and for many years actually. So that's going to give me slightly more sleep. Even if it's broken, I'm going to get slightly more. So when I wake up, I'll be more me. I'll be less tired, okay? So if you could go to bed slightly earlier or get up later, I've done that too. So it depends on which way you want to do it, whatever works for you. More sleep and rest. Now, if you can't sleep in the day, and many people on here can't, you could just close your eyes and maybe just listen to my meditation. That'll make you a bit more relaxed and might even put you to sleep. But even if you can't do any of those things, you just shut your eyes and breathe. Now that's another way of just calming down your central nervous system, and that will definitely help you. So all you have to do is just either, plan your sleep or your naps, or just sit still and rest, or maybe just think of nothing, or maybe just stare out into the garden or something. And that in a way is just stilling you, isn't it? It's giving you a nice still place. So that's nice. More rest, more sleep. The next one I've got is more time for yourself. Now that's another thing. How many people set aside time for me time? Okay, you don't always get the chance to do it because, as you say, we run along with this job or that job, or cat needs feeding or something. We've always got something for everyone else. But how about we start thinking of a certain time is ours every day, and if we can try and stick to that. I know life gets in the way, but it could be other things like, I didn't get my 5 minutes here, but I'm going to have it later, and I will have that. And you're setting yourself some kind of self-honour by giving yourself more time, because we all need some time just to feel, just to see who we are, just to digest what we've been doing or what we're thinking. we need to just have that still mindful bit of what make, just time for me. It might be a short walk you go on. It might be a hot bath. It might be sitting in the garden or doing some work in the garden. That might make you feel like there's time for you, because you can just be yourself without any stimulus around you, which is great. Oh, now it started to rain. Lovely. I love the rain. So I like the sound of the rain in the conservatory here. It's great. It's very relaxing. So more time for yourself. Now, it does take a little bit of discipline to do, because you think, well, that's selfish and I've got to do that and I've got to run the house and I've got to whatever. But we can fit it in. Even if it's a time in the morning or time just to be me, just to breathe. More time for you. What do you want to do? It goes back to the list, doesn't it? Giving yourself more time and more discipline, to do that is going to give you more value. And so the list you hopefully would have written from the self-aware list, what makes you happy, you basically will give yourself time to do that. That's what we need to do. We need to set ourselves that little bit of time. I think I might do more exercise. After the walk I did yesterday, I definitely need to do more exercise, because I realise that perhaps go badminton. I like playing badminton. I might do that. So think about time for you to do something. It might be, I don't know, riding a bike or going for a walk or just reading a book. Like I say, set the time for you, okay? It's not selfish, it's self-aware and self-supportive, okay? Then we've got be selective over where you spend your time and energy. People and friends around you, if they make you happy, they're going to bring your energy up and give you more energy, aren't they? But if you happen to be around people, or you're spending time with people who are a little bit draining or a little bit difficult to be with, or you don't relate to, your energy is going to go down a little bit, like your emotional balloon I keep talking about. It's going to go down a bit, and we need to keep that energy high for us to be well emotionally and physically. So be selective. If you can, say no when you don't want to go somewhere. Try it. It feels really quite liberating to say, actually, you're checking in with yourself. That little voice in your head that goes, I don't want to go there. I don't want to do that. Or I feel I just want to be my own today. Or whatever. You're listening to yourself. That little voice that tells you that I don't want to be with that person, or I don't really feel like I've got enough energy for that person. Then hold yourself back and think, okay, don't say yes straight away. Just think, okay, maybe another day. But right now, I need to do time for me. I need to do something for me. So be very selective. Some friends will bring you down. They don't mean to, but they might do. Some family members might do that. Then be selective when you go to see them, or make that a little bit easier for yourself. You don't subject yourself to a whole day rather than a few hours. Thank you for the hearts again, guys. That's really nice you're agreeing with me. That's really nice. So anyway, be selective. Now, I started doing this a few years ago. Now, I've always been a people pleaser. Oh, thank you. Hi, Vicky. It's very nice to see you here. Yeah. So I've always, been a people pleaser and done yes to everything, because that's what I wanted to be. I love people. So it was very difficult for me to learn how to say, actually, no, I don't want to do that. But it only took me a second. Instead of just saying, oh yeah, I'll do that, or yes, I'll go to that, or yes, I'll come with you for this. And instead of that, or go to that party or whatever, I had to think, okay, do I really want to go? So you're kind of checking in with your best friend of yourself. Do you really want to go? Do you really want to spend time with that person or in that situation? And if the answer is no, and you'll know it because it will come up to your surface of your mind, and you'll have to do something about it. If you compromise yourself and you go to something and you do what I call an ought to go, or I should go, oughts and shoulds. If you go because you ought to go or you should go, they never really work out very well. Those meetings, those experiences are never very good, because you already have that compromise feeling. So I know from my own experience, if I don't do oughts and I shoulds, then I end up feeling, if I want to go, then that meeting is wonderful. And I'm there, I'm present, I want to be there. But if you're doing something because you feel you have to, that's a heavy compromise. And that will take away your energy anyway. And it depletes you. So you've got to be selective where you place your emotional and physical energy, where you're going to be affected. Okay, so be careful how much time you spend with people who perhaps are a little bit more difficult energy-wise to be with. But you can still go and see them, of course, or be with them, but just be selective how much time you spend. And that's another mindful thing you can do. And you know what? When you start saying, no, actually, I don't feel like it today, but thank you anyway. Or I might do that another time. Oh, your inner child will jump for joy because you will feel as if something, you value yourself more. You honour yourself. You feel liberated because you can say no. How many people can actually say no? But you do it nicely. You don't do it. It's if you don't say no enough, in a gentle, nice, peaceful way, respectful to yourself way, then what happens is resentment builds up inside you. And then when you say no, it's not with a gentleness, it's with an anger, or it's with a more forceful negative energy around it. And no one deserves that. You don't deserve that. It's bad for you. And whoever you're giving it to doesn't deserve it. Half the time they don't know. So if we can be gentle and we are being aware of ourselves, then we can simply say no. It's very nice of you, but thank you anyway. I'd rather not today. How easy is that? Give it a go. Let me know how you feel with that. Oh, Trish Allen is watching. That's lovely. That's nice. Thank you, darling. Hope you're having a lovely day so far. So, okay, be selective. And then the last one I'm going to say is about meditation. Now, people quite often know, if they know me on here, they know that I do meditations, and you can catch them all up on my website and YouTube. But meditation is so good for you. Hi, Nikki. Big hug to you. On this beautiful rainy day. I love rain. So, okay. So meditations, I'm going to talk about this because I've put one up for Christmas, which was called The Coat of Many Colours, which I've done previous, actually back in July, I think. And that was covering all of the body areas, keywords to open all those chakras, which is what I like to do. I like to work on those. If you listen to that, it's like a tonic for the whole body, okay? But also the one I've done recently for the full moon, and the last one was called Snowflakes Meditation, and that was absolutely beautiful. People loved that, and it was enchanting. It was lovely. It keeps you. It was a nice way to recharge your batteries. Okay, if you listen to that one as well, that will help to recharge every battery. Hi, Kerry. Oh, you like snowflakes, Kerry? Thank you. I do remember you saying so. That was lovely. I did too. It was my inner child that made that up because it was just, as I say, enchanting. I loved it. So, but you can listen to that whenever you need to recharge. It don't have to be Christmas. So I would suggest that you look at those two, guys, if you want to. The Coat of Many Colours is a very good tonic for the body, the whole body, because most of my things I do are geared to one or two of those areas. But this is for all of the body, and so is the snowflakes. And the snowflakes is easy to find. Hi, Katie. I love all the little mojos. It's really nice. Thank you. Thank you for the hearts and the hugs, guys. More of those on a Monday. I love Mondays. And Kerry, my little boy did it with me to help me. To help us sleep. That's so cool. That is so cool. Do you know, I'm glad that you share it with your family, because children love listening to the sound of this, of the voice that I put out, because they can feel the energy, because I put a lot of healing energy and intention when I do meditations, and I want to open all of those areas up. So I use keywords and I feel them for you. So quite a lot of the time, children and animals as well. Recently I found this out, that if you had it, my meditation on in the background, animals calm down, which is really nice. I love snowflakes, says Julie. Meditate is beautiful. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. Thank you very much. So we'll share it with everybody. Share it with your family and friends, and share it, you know, with anyone that you think that might need it. You know, advise them to go to that website, or just as I say, listen to it and share it to somebody else. You know, if you're listening to this later and put it on YouTube, then just please like, subscribe, and then you can share, can't you? Great. So I'm glad you like those two, or the snowflakes one, because it was just, you know, you can go back to it as many times as you like. But going back to self-care through meditation, it's again turning your mind off. It's focusing on something positive. And the positive words in meditation quite often open those energies up. And certainly in mine anyway, that's what I intend. So have a look at the meditations, and you'll know that all of your body's energies, your 7 main energy points there, batteries, are all going to be charged up when you listen to them. And they're about 20 minutes long or so they're not too long. But if you could go, just have a listen to them with earphones or headphones, you kind of get the feeling a little bit more. You get that lovely you know, the intention, the energy. You hear and feel the energy a little bit more. So if you want to, as I say, meditations are great. So we've gone through a couple of seven main reasons why you should look after yourself there, and exercises to do. You can choose from any of them, and you can listen to this again if you've missed the first part. But what do you want? What makes you happy? That's the first part, you know, make a list. Try and give yourself that, or at least one of those things a day or today. So after you finish listening to this, just think, what do I want? And the more you feed yourself something that makes you happy, the better you are for other people. I used to never really think about myself. I'd always think that was wrong. You know, you've got to do this and do that to be a good mum or whatever, a friend. And it isn't balanced, as I say. You need to balance yourself with, what do I want too? And then you're more for them. The Nan talks, more sleep and rest, more time for yourself. Now I know people say, oh, I can't do that. Well, you'd be surprised how, if you give yourself 10 minutes here or there, how good you feel from doing that, okay? Be selective with friends and family, who you want to go and see and how long you want to see them. And then meditation. Give yourself that. It doesn't have to be discipline. I am off to do a jigsaw. Oh, Faye, I love jigsaws. Do you know what? I might join you. I've got a little one I used to love doing, and it's so good. It takes about an hour to do. But it's a wooden one, and I love those old wooden ones. I feel like a child doing it. Jigsaws are good because you're not thinking of anything else. It gives you mental respite. And you're sitting still doing it. You're not working too hard. It's a lovely idea. So each of you, if you can think about what makes you happy, and Faye's just had a really good idea about doing the jigsaw. If you don't want to go out, you could do some colouring in, or you can have a nice bath, or yeah. Hi, Colette. Nice to see you, honey. Give yourself a big hug from me. And I hope you've had a lovely Christmas. Well, we've all got New Year coming up. So you do need to look after yourself a little bit. And as I say, we're boosting our immune system when we look after ourselves. Self-care. So if you're doing more of that, then you stand a good chance of staying well. And I know some people on here that I know, my lovely clients, have had COVID or suffering COVID or getting over it now, and they're isolating. This is really important that we care about ourselves. Oh, God bless you too, Colette. Nice heart for you too. So if we take care of ourselves, we're building our immune system. If you are ill and you're watching this, it helps to boost that immune system. So hopefully you'll get better quicker. Okay? So thank you all for listening and being here and joining me for Tea with Nan. This is the third big cup I've had today. So I hope you give yourself some time, give yourself some nurturing, and you have a really good rest of the day. And as I say, with any of these things I've given you, it will be good for you to look at any of the orange or the green talks I've talked about. The Nan talks are really good for you. The meditations are good for you. And as I say, all the things we've talked about here. So go back and listen, or make yourself your own list. So Naomi, I will take care. Thank you very much. Yes, happiness is a good protector of anything negative. Keep yourself happy. Give yourself that nurturing feeling. One of those I've just mentioned. It will help you to stay well emotionally, keep your emotional balloon high. Have a fabulous day and enjoy your jigsaw puzzle. I will. I'm going to go and get it. It's Faye's idea. Hi, Ellen. Lovely to see you, darling. Big hug for you too. I think if you've just come on here, you can listen to it again and perhaps go through the list of things I've suggested for self-care. Very good for you. Okay? A bit late in joining. Merry Christmas. Oh, Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you. I'm going to give you a big hug, everybody. And by the way, just as a quick reminder, I do angel card readings for the year. That means the whole year you get a signpost all the way through the year. Thank you, Vicky. So if you're interested in one of those, I generally do them in January, but I can do them anytime, and other readings relating to other issues. But we've got like a general reading for the whole year that tends to inspire you with positive landmarks, if you like, of where you're going. So if you want to have one of those, just let me know. And if not, that's fine. I'm already booked up for most of January just for the readings. So as I say, you want to get in there if you want to have a reading. I think any time I'll do actually in the year, but we can do it best in January. So thank you, Vicky, for thanking me, and thank you everyone that's on here. I shall see you next week, which will be next year. Let's all plan a lovely, lovely next year. Let's make the best of what we have. Let's all stay positive and really happy in ourselves with what we have. You know, it's really good to be content and happy and grateful and mindful of you and what you need and what you have and what we take for granted. Okay, maybe a gratitude list would be good as well. So I'll see you all next Monday at 12 o'clock. Have a lovely, lovely week. Okay, enjoy everything you give to yourself. Okay, whatever makes you happy, you do that. And I shall see you next Monday at 12. All right. Thank you very much, Julie. Thank you, everyone that's joined me. As I say, please share this, and I shall see you soon. Take care, everyone. Lots of love. Bye.